Before I get into today's video, I just wanted to give you guys a brief thank you for the support on my last video. It might have seemed a little bit out of the blue, but I'd been thinking about doing it for a while, and I really appreciate all of the support and love that I got. You guys are the best. So in today's video, I recently saw Hamilton again. I'd seen it on Broadway a couple of years ago, and I recently saw it again because I'm filming this on July 4th, and yesterday it actually went live on Disney Plus, so I got to see it again. And oh my gosh, I fell in love with it all over again. And as I was watching it, I realized how much language I had picked up from Hamilton when I had been obsessed with it in about 7th or 8th grade. I learned every single word in the show. I still pretty much know every single word in the show today, but listening to the show and kind of absorbing myself in the language actually really helped me grow as a writer. And that got me thinking, what other hobbies can people pick up to help them become a better writer besides the obvious reading? So today I'm gonna give you 4 hobbies to help you kind of expand your writing knowledge that's not writing or reading. So the first one is the one I mentioned before, listening to musicals. I have been a theater buff for as long as I can remember, and reading plays and listening to musicals and seeing them live have really helped me gain a new understanding and appreciation of language. There are so many shows out there that are just like the words in it are just beautiful. A couple I recommend if you are kind of interested but you're not really sure where to start, definitely check out Hamilton. Check out Hadestown. Any Stephen Sondheim show like Into the Woods, Sweeney Todd, Sunday in the Park with George, all of those are just gonna be so rich in language, and as you're listening to it, first of all, the music is poppin', but all of the words you're gonna pick up and all of like the symbolism and foreshadowing, it's amazing. Definitely check it out. But I'm gonna recommend Hamilton as a good place to start, since if you have Disney Plus, it will already be available to you. The second hobby I recommend to take up is watching deep movies. Now, not all movies are deep, and we don't wanna watch deep movies all the time. Sometimes you need a good comedy or a rom-com just to chillax and just decompress. But deep movies and the movies that get down into the nitty-gritty are the ones that are going to keep you thinking and the ones that are going to help you grow as a writer. My personal favorite film company is A24. Literally everything they come out with is a work of art. They have every movie under every genre you can possibly think of, and if you watch their films, you might not love it. Their films aren't for everyone, but there is going to be at least a couple of things that just make you go, wow, this is really cool. A couple of my favorites of theirs include Hereditary, Midsummer, Lady Bird, 8th Grade, The Disaster Artist. I could go on and on, but definitely watching deep movies under the right circumstances can help you grow as a writer. My third recommendation for a hobby is listening to podcasts. Now, most people think of podcasts as something to pass the time or maybe learn about something, but for me, I like listening to podcasts to pick up on banter and pick up more free-flowing dialogue. A lot of times the podcasts I listen to are conversations between people or people exchanging stories or writing podcasts, and the podcasts that are a little less structured and offer like a good conversation between people, those are the ones where I really get to pick up on the little idiosyncrasies of people's speech, and I can later include those little moments in my writing. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to if you're looking for a fun place to start is Movie Reviews in 20 Qs. It's a group of, I believe they're New Zealand friends, and they review movies with 20 weird and wonderful questions. It's hilarious, and a lot of times they have differing opinions, so you'll get like a different view of the movie that they're reviewing, so definitely check them out. Last but not least, number 4, I recommend watching TED Talks and or YouTube story times. So TED Talks, I feel like everyone kind of knows about them, and maybe you've watched 1 or 2, but I don't know if anyone's been like me and gone down the TED Talk rabbit hole. There are some amazing TED Talks out there, not just informational ones, but also ones that are just like beautifully constructed and beautifully written. I highly recommend, if you haven't already, there is a TED Talk for everything. Just take a look. Adam Driver, who played Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars franchise, did an amazing TED Talk on what it was like going from working in, I believe it was the Navy, going from working in the Navy to becoming an actor, and his talking about like his journey and his struggles is absolutely incredible. There are some TED Talks about writing and stuff like that, so honestly, TED Talks are just amazing and you can find one for anything. YouTube videos and story times are also a great way to, again, pick up on language and pick up on how people tell a story and their facial expressions and how they express themselves. Not all story times are good, some of them are just drama filled, but there are some really good story times out there and just really great YouTubers that are really good at expressing themselves, using language and using their platform to kind of share their life. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you will pick up some of these hobbies as well. If you have any hobbies of your own that think help enhance your writing, please share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. Thank you for stopping by. Bye!